Hey guys, so it is so pretty outside. I did not know. Let me take my earphones out. I did not know that it was so nice outside. I got your message through the little baby. He said the response was, "Oh, too bad, so sad." I don't really care, you guys. I know that you don't care. I'm not making the videos for you. I've already said that before. I'm not looking for you to care. I'm not looking for anyone to care about what I've gone through. It's just more so about my story being told, because my story does matter, and there are other people that might come in contact with my content that may be able to relate. You know, I'm a very different kind of a person, but people think that I'm not different because of the way I speak. You know, sometimes just my blackness in general, people underestimate that, and they think that it's, poor conduct, to be a black woman. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just to even speak with a black accent, they think it's a problem. I'm like, interesting. I just watched this video about this lady who was a sister, and she travels a lot. And she was telling us stories about where she had been in the world, and, some of the racism that she had experienced as she was traveling as a black woman. And it's just so interesting because I think that video might have popped up because of what I experienced last night. And I was hoping that it wasn't racism. I was really hoping that it wasn't racism. I don't really like, being a part of those equations. I try not to engage in that, but I have definitely experienced it in many, many different ways. I think we all have. And it's not just black people, you know what I'm saying? It's also, people of different ethnic backgrounds, that experience racism, There are some people, oh, hold on, I'm going to say hello to these ladies. Give me a second. So, like I was saying, it happens. It happens to many different cultures. It's not just us. But when we look at just my experience, from my experience, when you look at how people glorify fair complexion on a global scale, I can see where, racism still lives. You know what I mean? And you guys, I'm sitting right here in the sun again. So it's unfortunate that it's like that, you guys. It really is. I got all my braids out, by the way, and I'm gonna wash and condition and do a nice hot oil treatment on my hair, and blow dry it out and do all the good stuff, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. I'm not sure. So we shall see. In the meantime, in between time, I am going to enjoy this sun. That's very disappointing, though. That's very disappointing to learn that was a product of racism, what happened to me last night. So to the owners of the business, there's no, don't worry about that. I won't be putting that out there. But at the same time, please retrain your staff so that they can best represent your company, okay, and so that they can appeal to your clientele that's around there. It's a very diverse clientele. You have Hispanic, you have Asian, people of Asian descent, you have Black, you have Indian around there, and just train them to respect everyone so that you can avoid other people from making the same decisions to address those issues. Okay? So as we move forward, you guys, I feel like, and I still will be getting the body cam footage. So be mindful of that. Okay. So I feel like being out here right now, this feels really good. I had to ask some people how their holiday was, and some of the girls or whatever that around here, they kind of click up a little bit. And I'm always the loner in whatever walk of life I'm in. Even in this walk of life, I'm always the loner. I don't do the partnering up and the friend stuff and the, you know, oh girl, let's go and do that. I don't do that anymore because people are just they're just way too fake for me. I can't do it. I'm not the kind of person who can sit and have a fake conversation with you. I'm the kind of person who will see about you, see if you're doing all right. And okay, you good? Well, it was good talking to you, and I'll get the hell on real fast, okay? Because I do not have time to be caught up in that mess. Excuse me, you guys. Let me just. Ooh, it feels so good. Ooh, it feels good. I love the sun. Give me a second. I'm gonna hydrate. All right, y'all. I had to get myself together a little bit. I've learned, you guys, to at least put a little rouge on, you know what I'm saying, when I'm in public. I'm like, girl, put you some on. What you doing? But as I was doing that, I was realizing that this next chapter of my life is going to be a really big deal. And I'm looking forward to that. A really big deal, actually. Maybe that's why people are angry with me. Maybe that's why people are attacking me. Maybe people know that. Maybe people know that the next chapter of my life is going to be a big deal. And maybe they're attacking me because they're trying to get me to do something or retaliate or maybe like respond in some kind of negative way, and it would deter me from, whatever the abundance is for the next chapter. I'm looking at what has happened with my children and how they were deterred and things like that, and I can see how they do it by seeing what they did with them. They have time to get back on track though. See, I'm older, so it's almost good that I was able to see, you know what I'm saying, from the outside. I was able to see. And I guess that's the process that they talk about when they say they're trying to trick you out of your spot. That's the process that they're talking about. So I think that they think that they've done that to me. They don't realize that I didn't want that spot. Not that spot. And I don't play both sides of anything. I just make sure I represent myself well when I go places and I do things. So I'm not playing both sides. I'm literally just walking my own path. And I hope that that's understandable to some people who might be confused about that, When you walk your own path and you're not like, following a group or anything like that, sometimes people look at you as, someone who doesn't necessarily understand, loyalty and things like that. And I'm like, nah, that's not me. Not at all. I'm a very loyal person, actually. But you have to give me a reason to be loyal. You can't just expect that from me, you know? Okay. Oh, yeah, it's a beautiful day. But I'm always fair. So it doesn't really matter about the loyalty anyway. I'm always fair, you know? So, move forward, I guess, in one way or another. But I think that was something that needed to be said. I just hadn't gotten around to saying it. Question: what's with the Southwest shit? I get stuff, but then there's certain stuff I'll be like, I don't know. I guess. So, you guys, I guess I'm out on my own now. She's a big girl now. She's a big girl now. She's out here. And I think it's time for me to move along. I'm just not sure exactly how I want to do that yet. It is Sag season. I could feel it. It's crazy. It is Sag season, honey. It's something very special about this season. It's not just because it's the end of the year, you know? It's not just because it's the end of the year. It's a good season for everybody, not just us. Oh, it's that lady. I think I want to clean my car today because I need to gather about a lot of things too so that I can wash everything. And so I was like, yeah, start getting stuff out. I'm twisting my words up. I'm going to start donating things so I can kind of lighten up the load and clear out my little vehicle and stuff like that. I just want to make sure that, because right now I have things in the back, and even though things are organized, they're sitting up high because I have they're sitting on a bed of books, basically. I have probably, oh my gosh, I don't know, maybe close to maybe 50 books, 40 or 50 books in the back of my trunk. Because I used to buy books, at a little spot around here before I became displaced around here. And so that's my little book collection or whatever. I got a lot of stuff I'm going to catch up on some reading this upcoming month too. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. So my break is coming up, you guys. And I'm going to take some time to myself and give everybody a break from all of my stories and my opinions and things like that. But it's only going to be for a little while anyway. I'm stuck with you guys, so you stuck with me too. It is what it is. Deal with it. I said to myself, people want me to stop making my videos, but yet they stay watching me. If you want me to stop doing that, then maybe you should stop watching me. But you're not going to stop doing that, so I'm not going to stop making videos. You see how that goes? So yeah, I think I'm going to clean my car out today. Not like, but just to organize it, get things out, donate some things. Hi, baby. I'm sorry, nature is talking to me. Huh. They say I'm strange, you guys. I don't think I'm strange. What's so strange about me? I don't feel strange. I just feel like a person who's level-headed and sees the world the way it is. But I also can see where there's space where we can improve. There's space where we can unite. There's space where we can love a little bit more. There's space where we can, you know, kind of, straighten up a little bit when it comes to how we treat one another, for sure. I think that people, they get caught up because they're a part of the groups. They're a part of these groups, right? And so, excuse me, they're a part of the groups, so they look at it like, you know, I got my people to back me up. You know what I'm saying? So they lose the whole idea of just respecting one another on a ground level. Just, excuse me, saying, like, excuse me, miss, you know, have a good afternoon, sir. These things, they lose track of that. They don't realize that that's still relevant. That still matters. The way that you conduct yourself in public, the way you treat people is very important. Doesn't matter what organization or group of people that you belong to or that you pledge your allegiance to. You still need to be respectful when you out there in the world. It's real shit. And there's plenty of room for correction, but at the same time, we shouldn't even have to be in that energy where we need to correct one another at all. I know, because even I have been called disrespectful, and it's because of my passion. People didn't know my personality. That's why I had to start uploading. I'm like, people don't know me, so I need to let these people know who I am. And they like, she got heart like a motherfucker. I said, I guess so. You know what I mean? I guess so. But that's always been me. That's been me since I was a child. Real shit. You know? I don't like people doing wrong to others. So it'll be kind of difficult for me. It would be kind of difficult for me to affiliate myself with certain shit, for me to partake in certain activities and things like that. Real talk. It would be difficult for me because I don't operate in that capacity, you know? That's why I walk my own path. I'm like, but I do have some pretty cool people who seem to know about my story now. That's pretty cool. I'm glad that you guys are, welcome to Thailand, basically. Okay, this is my story. This is a real story, and this is who I really am. And I'm going through shit right now because people have put me in a position where I've had to go through things. And I have been determined to share my story over this past year. So 2024, I most definitely have been like, no, I want to share my story. My story. I don't care about how people feel about that. I don't care about the protocol. I fought through this shit. I've been through a lot. It's taken its toll. I've healed through a lot. You know, I'm not going to throw that out until I tell my story. Even if nobody's listening, nobody can ever say, and that nobody is me in this context, right? I can never say that the story was never told, because it was. It doesn't matter if it matters to other people. That's why I keep telling people, I'm like, you think this is about you? It's not about you. It is about me. It's about my mother. It's about my grandmother and my great grandmother. That's what this is about. It's not about you. I wish that people would stop riding around me with that goddamn ticking noise when they when they on them bicycles, it really, really irks my damn nerves. Hi, baby. Hi. Hold on, you guys. I'm just trying to see what she wants to do. What you want to do? What you want me to do? I know. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Don't worry. Just stay tuned. I'm working on it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I talk to the bees and the dragonflies and the butterflies and all that. You guys, I talk to them. Maybe that's why they think I'm a little weird. But anyway, that's what it's about. You know, the women in my family have always been very ambitious. They've always been very like go getters, you know, and they were attacked too. Their ideas were attacked, their businesses were attacked. I was a little girl when I watched how my mother's business was attacked. My mother's business was, because I told you guys before in some of my previous videos that we used to make, you know, bath and body products and products for the hair and all that kind of stuff, you know, just natural, just stuff that you can whip up in your kitchen, you know, and that's what we did. And she used to sell perfume, and I remember us soaking down like rose petals and oils and things like that. I remember that being a kid, you know, and making like bath salts and, you know, what they call now what bath bombs. We used to make those, but we didn't call it that back then, you know. And my mother would put together these beautiful, elaborate baskets, and they were so nice. And people from local businesses would order from us, and then they would put the baskets in their stores, and then they would resell them. That's how I learned how to be my own account executive with my own businesses, you know. And I learned a lot from that woman. There's no way that I would ever not fight for her, you know? So while I'm fighting for me, I'm fighting for her too. I understand. I know, you guys, I'm aware. But that doesn't mean that I have to reciprocate that energy. I stand firm on the fact that I love and respect my mother, and I always will, and I always have. We've just had a very turbulent time. But it was because of these people and what they did, you know? And I remember us being in our store, and I remember us having to leave the store, and it never got a chance to do the grand opening because of her positioning. My mother was also a cosmetologist, so it was going to be our Bath and Body store and a nail salon. And she was poised to be the first Black-owned nail salon in the capital of California. That was a problem for people. And we lived in an area where it was predominantly white. And once they got wind that that's what she was doing, we were under attack immediately. They broke in, they put cameras, they did all kinds of shit. And throwing things at our windows, they did all kinds of shit, you guys. And that was her dream. She wanted that. That was her poised edge. That was her poised edge. You feel me? And they took that from her. And she was never the same after that. And as a little girl, I remember watching that. And it made me angry. because I saw everything that she put into it. In fact, I helped her put a lot into it. It's not okay to just come around people who work hard for their shit, and just take stuff from people. It's not okay. You have to understand that there are other ways to do whatever it is that y'all are doing. Hi, little squirrels playing. Oh, you know, but I remember that. And she ended up taking her business on the road, actually. So once we left our storefront, and it was a nice size. Now that I think about it, it was a nice size, because we were able to live in the back. It was a live workspace, and it was a really nice size. In fact, when I think back about it, I'm like, dang, how did my mama pay for all of that? What the hell? That's not my business, though. And I'm a mind mine, okay? I'm a mind mine. Period. But when we left our storefront, she took the business on the road, and so that's how we ended up always going from Northern California to Southern California, Northern California to Southern California, because there were little spots that would order from us on a regular basis. So we were always making deliveries and stuff like that, going out to LA, meeting with wholesalers. My mom walked me through all of that as a kid. So I knew how to literally start and run a business from probably, 7, 8 years old. The fundamentals are in me. It's not necessarily something I can shake. I kind of have to, you know, embrace that part of myself because it's so prominent. It's there. There's nothing I can do about it. It's a part of who I am. You feel me? It truly is a part of who I am. And I think a part of me was hoping that I could succeed where she felt like she failed, so I could win for both of us, you know? And they attacked me too, you know? I want to sit in the sun, you guys, and the sun is kind of moving about. Give me a second. I was saying I need to eat something. I have food. I just don't feel like preparing anything. I don't feel like, you ever feel, it's like, I don't feel like cooking. Like, it ain't nothing I could just, it ain't nothing already done. Like, you know what I mean? I don't feel like doing all that. Not right now. But, use this little container here. There we go. Wonderful. So, yeah, I was trying to win for the both of us, man. It's crazy because people don't realize that when people are fighting for their future and fighting for their destiny, that whole ancestral lineage, that's a real thing. That's a real thing. And people have a right to fight for their ancestors. What was stolen from their ancestors. People have a right to fight for that. But at the same time, we also have to acknowledge that everything is not meant to be. So if something didn't work out for an ancestor, then perhaps it was meant to actually not work out for that ancestor. Maybe that was not supposed, that small component wasn't meant to be a part of your legacy or a part of your history. Later on, what they ended up doing was developing all of these other companies, like the Bath and Body Works and all these places that became mainstream. Sorry, I have a little ant on my hand, you guys. He just came and visited me. Hey, baby. Hi. So anyway, then all of a sudden we would see duplicates of my mama, stuff that my mama had created, things that she that we would develop in our kitchen, and all of a sudden we would start seeing things in on the shelves. Let me put you down there. Hold on, baby. There you go. She would start, we would start seeing like stuff going on the shelves, and it would be stuff that we created in our own kitchen, and I'm like, they had to have gotten that from her, because had they not, it would have already been out by now. Like it would have been out before we created it, So I grew up not really using, mainstream products and stuff like that. Like, we made our own everything. We made our own lotions. We made our own moisturizers for the face. We made our own hair oil, body oil, soaps, bath soaking, like I was saying, like they call them bath bombs now. We made those. Bubble baths. She used to love to make bubble bath, my mama. Oh my gosh. That was her favorite thing to do. We would make bubble baths, and we would make bath salts. That was her favorite thing, because I don't know if it was her favorite thing to do, but I think it was our best sellers. That's what it was. And so everybody wanted that. And so, you got to give the people what they want when you're running your own business. So I don't know, but she was such a good mom, you guys. She was a good woman. She was good to me, and yes, I had my times where I got my ass whooped. You know why? Because I had a smart ass mouth when I got to be a teenager. I didn't do too much with it though, because my mama was 400 pounds, you guys. She carried that shit very well, but she would teeter between 350 and 400. Honey, and I mean, she carried that shit. You hear me? Like, she carried that shit. She was what they call back in the day a diva. She was definitely a diva, my mother. Okay, and it was natural. It wasn't an act. It wasn't like a social position she was fighting for, It was just who she was. I love that about her. And they broke my mom down, and they took everything from us, and they caused problems wherever she could find solutions. They caused problems. And I'm here to rebuke that and reset that and correct that. We're not doing that to the women in my family anymore, or the men in my family. Because, see, now my children are the next generation. So now not only am I fighting for them, but I'm fighting for, when I say them, I mean my ancestors, but I'm also fighting for my own children. I want them to have a better life as well. I think that people thought that because of what I'm going through, when they didn't really know the real story of what was happening, people were being led to believe that I was one of those people who, oh, I struggled, so my kids got to struggle type shit. Hell no. What are you talking about? We were supposed to be abundant anyway. It wasn't about, you get what I'm saying? We were supposed to be abundant anyway, my family line. So, no, I want the best for my children. I worked for the best for my children. That was a part of the plan. There's absolutely nothing about my journey that says, oh, I wanted to struggle. No, not at all. But that's actually a really good segue. If the solution to my struggle is attached to something that I know is going to eventually destroy me, no. There's no reason for me to play a role in that. I don't need to be a part of that. Now, I may not really understand exactly how I'm going to, set this crooked line straight, because it is a very difficult process, especially for the little guy, But I don't know. Somebody's bringing their babies over here, crying and stuff like that. Somebody want me to be their baby mama? I think that's what's happening here. Somebody chose me to be their baby's mama. I'm already somebody's baby's mama. I'm two people's baby's mama, actually. I don't think I want to be three people's baby's mama, but they say the third time is the charm. To be honest, you know what? Let me put my, on. To be honest, I love babies and I love children in the healthy way. But I don't know. I think that me having my kids, I have three, so I think me having my children, I feel like that's good. I think I've done my part, and everybody's like up and out into the world now, and I'm like, well, I think maybe it's time for me to think about me now. Maybe it's time for me to think about, what I'm gonna do for me, and let them find their way. You feel me? But right now, shit, what's going on? I need to know if you can find your way, but I need to know where you're at and what you're doing and if you're all right. Because these people is out here trying to destroy our bloodline. You know what I'm saying? So it's that type of thing. So I am a little worried, but I know eventually everything will be okay. So anyway, like I was saying, I'm not really interested in having any more children right now. I haven't even been on a date in 10 years. You get what I'm saying? Like, I haven't dated anyone. I know that people were spreading those rumors around too. They were like, oh, you were dating this person and so forth. I'm like, I haven't been dating anyone. I haven't dated anyone in a very long time. And partially, it was intentional because I just didn't want to be bothered with the energy. I didn't want to share my energy with anyone. I wanted to grow and heal and love on me and raise my babies and figure out like how we were going to do the rest of our lives, So, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't even decided what it is I want to do for my special day. But I don't think I'm going to make a big deal out of it. I think I'm going to just kind of figure it out. I'm going to have like a set of things that I want to do, like, like an itinerary, but it won't have like, on this day, we're going to do this. And on that day, I'm not going to define it. I'm just going to write down what I want to do and what I want for myself. And throughout the month, I'll just make it happen. And that's my gift to myself. Because I celebrate all month. Like, December belongs to me. I don't know about any other Sagittarius, but December belongs to me. That's when I do my best healing. That's when I do all of my cleansing, my purging. Like, December belongs to me, honey. I do my praying, my meditating, honey. Shoot, be lit all month, literally and figuratively. Yes, I do. Sure do. Because December belongs to me. That's my month. Okay. It don't matter what I'm going through in life. December belongs to me. I always say, nope. What am I going to do this week, that week? What am I, and I break everything down into weeks. So by the time my birthday actually comes around, I really can just chill because I've already set up everything that I want to do for the month. I literally celebrate all month. But on that note, you guys, I have kept you guys held up for almost 40 minutes, you guys. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to let you guys rock with me for a little bit. Just a little bit longer. Just a few more minutes. And then I'm going to close this out because this is a long-ass video. I didn't plan on it being this long. In fact, I didn't even plan on making a video. I was actually not going to record anything today. I was just going to upload and then, kind of sit back and chill, to be honest. I had is that man peeing over there? Sir. I mean, not to be in your business, but it's like you could have found like there's so many secluded areas you could have found over here. Like, why would you do that out in the open like that? Anyway, y'all, I do want to go back to school though. I want to finish my interior design courses. That's what I want to do, just so that I can kind of like finish it, you know? Hi, baby. What do you need? What is that? Oh, are you agreeing with me? I think nature is agreeing with me. I do want to go back to school. You know, like a lot of things that people suggest for me, I already have in the plan. I'm being kept from making things happen, you guys, okay? It's not that I don't know, it's that I'm not able to do it right now. But it will happen. Don't get it twisted, it will happen. I got some mangoes back at the spot. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go cut some mangoes up, have that with some fruit. And gosh, I don't even feel like doing that, but I'm gonna do it though. It's really important for me right now to just focus on my family and focus on me and focus on what it is that we need to do in our lives. You know what I mean? That's what's really important to me right now. I have a question though, before I close this out. How do you build a world? It's like you have to create your own world and this and that. It's like, yeah, but how do you do that? Like, I don't think I know how to do that, you guys. You see how I'm so transparent? I don't have a problem with telling people what I don't know how to do. I think I might need some help in that area. So let me know if y'all are available.